Alright guys, this is a continuation. We just have 2 more examples. Please watch them, they get a little different. So draw yourself a grid and write this down. Y is less than 4 over 3x minus 3. Pause if you need to get that done. For the rest of us, we're going to put a point at our y-intercept, which is negative 3. So I'm going to start at 0 and then go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I do rise over run. So positive 4 over 3 means I go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3. 1, 2, 3. And I can do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can do the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. So I have my thing here. Now I need to figure out what type of line am I going to use. So there's no line underneath. And if you need to look at your notes, you can, but you should know no line means dashed line. Okay? So go back to the graph we're working on. I'm going to draw a dashed line. Yours should be straight with your ID, but if it's not, or mine isn't because I don't have my ID right now. There we go. Okay? Line that is dashed. So dashed like that. Okay? Then I need to figure out the shade. Am I going to shade up or am I going to shade down? Well, this is less than, and if I remember from my notes, less than means I shade down or below the y-intercept. So, below, so look at here, this is the y-intercept, below is down here. So I'm going to shade that half of the whole line. So shade the whole thing here. So when you're shading, you need to think, there's 2 halves of that line. Okay? So that line cuts the graph in half. So there's this part and this part. And you got to figure out, am I going to shade all of this or am I going to shade all of that? Alright? If you're having a lot of questions about the shade, let me know. It's probably the hardest part for kids is to figure out where to shade. Alright, last example. You're going to see these a lot, and I'll show you why. Draw a grid. Last example. You're going to see this a lot because you're going to have to solve for y. So go ahead and write down 2x minus 3y is less than or equal to 9. Okay? In order to graph, you must solve for y, which is just like graphing equations, you have to solve for y as well. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. We draw my line. I'm y, 3 is my best friend. We kick out 2x. The opposite of a positive 2x is negative 2x on both sides. Okay? This goes away. I'm left with, and I know it's hard to see with my light, negative 3y. So negative 3y, same symbol. A lot of y'all are going to put it equals here. Don't do that. Bring the same symbol down. Then I have to write these side by side. So negative 2x plus 9. Alright? And then we divide by negative 3. Alright? This goes away, and I'm left with y. And then you have to figure out, do I switch my symbol or no? And then hopefully you're like, yeah, because best friend's negative, you flip your symbol. Okay? And then you would do this in the calculator, but I'll just tell you, negative 2 divided by negative 3 is a positive 0.666666666. Math, enter, enter, is 2/3. X. Okay? And then 9 divided by negative 3, I'll just tell you, is negative 3 when you divide it in the calculator. So when you get here, then you graph like we've been doing. So we put a point at the y-intercept. The y-intercept is negative 3. So we start at 0. We count down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? From there, the slope is 2 over 3. So I'm going to go up 2 and over 3. So up 2 over 1, 2, 3. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep doing it so I can get a pretty good line there. So I have a whole bunch of points there. What type of line? There's a line underneath it, so it's a regular line. If you don't remember that, go back to your beginning part of the notes and look. But I'm going to draw a regular line. You should use your ID and draw a straight line, not this mess I'm drawing right now. Okay. So you draw a line. That is not straight. Woof, that's not straight. But it's not dashed either, so you make sure it's a regular line. Okay? And then you need to figure out where to shade. So this is greater than, and if you need to look up at the beginning of your notes, that's fine. Greater than means you shade above the y-intercept. You shade up. So greater than here, above is up here. So we're going to shade up all this business right now. So we just shade it. Shade it. There we go. Okay, so we shade up. On your assignment, you're going to have some inequalities, you're going to have some equations where you just graph a line like normal. So make sure you're being very careful there. If you're having to solve for y, I would have me check it to make sure you flipped your symbol or didn't flip your symbol, or make sure you did it correctly as well. If you have questions, please let me know.